Hey there, welcome to the Lumiere channel. I didn't. Ooh, yeah. All right. Okay. Hey, pick your card. I am hoping to shoot a a lot of videos today, and I just know that I won't be able to timestamp this video or any other sort of videos that I do today. God willing, I can do as many as I can, with the time that I have. So excuse this. Sorry about that extra terrestrial noise in the background, but we kind of need that in order for you to hear me for a second. So thanks for bearing with me. So if someone wants to timestamp these, that would be really sweet for everybody else. That would be great. So you pick your piles. You saw this in the thumbnail, right? Right? You kind of have an idea of which one you want. If none of these call to you, don't I have many other pick a cards that you can look at. Those may be more so for you. Okay? If you like how I read and you enjoy the style, feel free to subscribe and like and share the video. This could help someone who isn't you but is in your circle. Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay. Successful funding. How are you doing, number 2? Successful funding. This deck is meant to be just for me, but then it wanted to talk to you guys today, so I don't know. We haven't learned each other fully yet. But successful funding in a sort of so it tells me it could be a little bit slow. It tells me it could be a little bit I'm getting slow, like a trickle, not as much as you would want, but it's an inch that does get you to a foot eventually, but it's coming at an inch at a time, 2 inches, 1 inch, bit by bit. It's is sort of the message that I'm getting. So how does this relate to how you're doing? Bit by bit, you're doing something, right? Bit by bit, you're doing something, and it doesn't seem to be a bad thing. It seems like things are moving in a bit by bit sort of way. You're not gonna get the whole enchilada at one go. You're not gonna inhale food Kirby style. You're not gonna inhale life, inhale love, inhale money, inhale health, inhale friendship, a move, or whatever you may be thinking about, or however way this touches your world. It may not be all at once. It will most likely be in increments of not all at once, like bites. Like you're not gonna inhale food. You're gonna eat it a bite at a time, chew it, digest, bite. It's sort of like while things are happening, other things are happening as well. So let's read this. Your idea is divinely guided, supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. That's nice. Do not allow money concerns to. This is a money deck. Okay, this is an abundance and deck that I've been wanting for a while, and it just makes a lot of sense. I was 2 seconds away from just spouting out money and guide and abundance and financial guidance readings, but I was like, hold on, Luz, don't jump the gun. But yeah, I'm really happy I found this deck, or it found me. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into a reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. So I feel like with this coming out in the way that it did, number 2, it's for how you're doing okay. Things are happening, they're happening bit by bit. Okay? It could be slower than you would like, but it's still moving. There's a deck that wants to come through, but I swear to God, it does not want to come through. Who amongst you? Shit. Let's do this, because you pissing me off now. Alright. Come here, my baby. What do you want to say to number 2? How's number 2 doing? Or do you want to offer... What do you want to say? What do you want to say? Alright. The devil. The devil in reverse. Yeah. The devil in reverse is nice in that this makes sense. It adds on to the overall sort of story. At the top of the deck, we do have the Page of Pentacles, and at the bottom, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is so cute. Whatever is going on for you, number 2, in whichever area of your life this is, or maybe this is just an overall how you doing. It's slow, but that doesn't mean it's not moving. Typically, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, to me, when he's in reverse, it sometimes feels like he's just gotten all the way off the horse and is just like up next to the horse, squatting, 4 of Cups style. With this, to me, it tells me that you can sense, or you ought to be able to acknowledge and sense that there is movement in whatever, however it is that you're doing. So let's say this is about health. Let's say this is about something that you've been tied to for a long time, be it a love affair or lack thereof, be it money or lack thereof, be it a business or lack thereof, be it whatever it is or lack thereof. If you've been feeling sort of stagnant, open your eyes a little bit more and see that there is movement. If you've been feeling that things are moving, but it's so fucking slow, yeah, that's exactly where you're at, and that's how you're doing. But I'm not getting anything that's saying it's not going to be like, I'm getting it's going to be moving. With the Page of Pentacles, that's some slow shit, right? That's some slow stuff, because he only has 1 pentacle. He can only do so much. In the Bible, there's a story of the talents where the master gives talents to his money to his people. 3 people. One of them, he gives them 1 piece. Another, he gives them 2 pieces. Or is it 3? I think it's 3. And another, he gives 5 pieces. The person with 1 piece buried their fucking piece, because they're like, the master gonna yell at me, which kind of, I mean, the master seems, whatever. I'll keep my opinions of that story aside. But the other 2 go out there and they tried to multiply their money. I think the one with 3 brought back 6 instead of just the 3, so he multiplied that money. And the one with 5 brought back 10. He multiplied that money. So I feel like with this 1 pentacle, with this Page of Pentacles, you've taken this pentacle, and it's good for you to recognize that you do have a fucking pentacle. You've decided not to bury it any longer, or you've decided to actually, like, you've dug it up and been like, okay, this is our moment. I'm holding this pentacle. Where can I spend it? It's only 1, so I have to spend it wisely, and I have to be meticulous and move sort of cautiously. But you're no longer being as tight as you were. Your world is no longer as constricting as it was. It's no longer as get me out of here as it was. It's slowly gaining momentum. Right? Maybe your horse has been hurt, and now you're getting off this horse, or maybe your ass, right? Your butt, maybe, sitting on a horse for a while, like that's not comfortable. Maybe you've gotten off the horse, and now you're walking with the horse. It's not as fast as you would like to be, but you're still moving. That's new. That's really cool. It's cool things are happening here. Cool things are happening here, albeit slowly. And I'm happy for you. I hope that you can look around you and see what is moving, acknowledge that, and dwell on those things, and say, this, and be thankful for them. Okay, number 2, I appreciate you, and I wish you all of everything. Keep your light on, honey, and good luck. If you liked the video, please press the thumbs up or share it with a friend. I appreciate you. Cheerio. Number 1. Yeah, number 1's next. Hello, number 1. This is so funny. Yeah, one of these came out in the deck. This one. This one came out on the deck. I think, yeah, the blue. Alright. Lyric number 1. Let's get in. Let's get this in. Let's get your message in. What is this? It's safe for you to receive, and words of abundance. So, That's really, really cool. It's safe for you to receive in words of abundance. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Number one, I'm getting many messages for you. Number one, something may be coming, like something is coming your way. There's something in your world that you may be pushing away, weirdly, or you feel awkward or guilty about receiving it. Baby, take it, okay? I think if I should have said this before because I was feeling it before and I'm kind of mad I did not, and maybe that's why the whole timestamp thing isn't like what I'm doing now in this moment for this reading, is because this could be for, if you clicked on the video, it could be for you in different ways. So oh well. But number one, I feel like you're something is pushing into you. Something wants to, you're like a plushie and something is pushing into you. And it's like good stuff, but you're freaked out by it, or you're scared by it, or you feel guilty about it. And I get that. Like I get being in a place where people want to give you stuff. People are telling you how beautiful you look, how great you look, how nice this, that, and the other, and like your automatic response, and you don't even realize you're doing this, is to deny and to push back. Or if people give you things, your response, you can think you're receiving it, but inside you feel it's like some shadow stuff, but you feel guilty, you feel like you don't deserve the stuff they're giving you, whether it's words, whether it's actual physical gifts, or whether it's favors, or whatever the case may be, and you don't want to accept it. Like you can be like, no, Luz, I do accept it. Yeah, but then your behavior afterwards, number one, right? Like your behavior afterwards could be that of wanting to push it away / get rid of it. So this, for how it manifests for me in my life, is where when someone gives something to me, I feel like I have to give something back to them. That's a way of me sort of pushing away what they've given to me, because I don't somehow believe I deserve it. So there could be something like that for you. Watch how your patterns are, where if someone gives something to you, if someone says something nice to you, are you basking in that? Are you taking a seat back? Are you taking a step to these compliments, to these gifts, to these things or words, whatever the fuck, right? And are you receiving it and putting your hands to the side and like a wide, I wish I was showing you my face right now, but in like a wide open arm, like Jesus on the cross style, okay? But like hugging, right? Like almost like you're hugging and accepting all of these things. Or do you find yourself putting your hands up in front of your chest like this and sort of wanting to push that back? And sure, you're receiving, getting, that stuff in between your fingers, but then a part of you, the bigger part of you, is pushing, a low-key big part of you is like pushing what's being given to you away, in the form of, if you receive words, you give back words, which is not a bad thing, right? But there's a certain, like, where is it coming from? It's not a bad thing to give. Please give. Giving is great. Tell people how much what you feel for them, blah blah blah. Like, give to people. It's not a bad thing ever, like, to give. It's just, where is that coming from, right? Like, is it coming from you not believing that you are worthy, and therefore you have to give those words back or push them away from you, get the attention off of you? Is that coming from you wanting to give gifts back, trying to return the favor, as opposed to accepting the favor, living in the favor? And if something arises naturally for you to return the favor or give a favor, then you do that? Or, are you sort of intrinsically wired to not deserve? Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, child, you're either in a season, or how you're doing right now, now, there's another story here. There's a lot of stories here. Oh my god. I need a notepad. Stat. You could be in a season of things coming your way, right? You could be in a season of things coming your way, and you are sort of like, when is the other shoe gonna drop? When is something bad going to happen? I know something bad is going to happen. You could be in that season, and the message for you is it's safe. Now, another story on a totally different plane, but very same plane, is where everything I've said sounds like bullshit, and maybe you even clicked off the video. If you did, obviously I've lost you and I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I can't tell you to come back. Look at that, the wheel. The other story on a different plane is you are in a season where some shit's coming your way, right? Like, you're in a season where it's a bit hard. It's difficult. Whenever I do a reading for someone and it's live, like on a live reading, I always want to ask them, like, are you feeling broke or do you have enough money? It's questions like that where it's like two extremes, because on either extreme, the story is still the same from the message, but it's different on how I would tell the story on if you're broke or if you're feeling, like you got money. So this is one of those things, again, where the spectrum is either really great things are coming your way and you're just kind of like, man, oh my god, oh man, what, man, I can't, wow, or some series of unfortunate events, or just things that just keep sort of popping up and you're like, what the fuck, come on, man, I mean, what, it's, you see how similar that essence sort of can touch both scenarios? So, at least that's how I read, right? So, when I see this, words of abundance and it's safe for you to love, it's almost like if you are in that realm of space where some shit seems to be popping off. It's just, a number of just fuckery going on with you in your world, or, mishap after mishap after mishap after mishap. First, I would look at it closer and say, are there mishap after mishap, or are you only focusing on the mishaps, right? That's just a little side story, but, I'm not going to invalidate the fact that sometimes it does feel like every single second, every other day, it just seems like something is going on. The tub broke down, the car tire won't work, this is just not, like, there's just so much going on. For that person, it's still, you're safe. Lean into the discomfort. It's uncomfortable. Don't try not to fight against the discomfort. For the other person, try not to fight against the good fortune. For both of these people, these things that are happening are fortuitous, at least in spirit. They're fortuitous. Okay? Alright. Now let's get into the cards. That was intuitive. This one says, the more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms. Oh, hey. Haha. Yeah. And be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. That's beautiful. For both of you, right? For both stories. You have, words of abundance, the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms. And that is what you attract for yourself and others. So I'll go back to when I said I don't want to invalidate what you're looking at. If you do feel that it just seems to be bad after bad after bad after bad, I'll say it a bit more after reading that that's funny. I've only pulled like twice from these cards and I haven't read them, so that's really cool how in line we are. Come through on yourself, honey. Yes. If you open your eyes a little bit more and see what good is coming, what good is around you, whether it's in someone subtly encouraging you, whether it's, I don't know, the weather encouraging you, it's a sunny day, it's a chilly, cold day, try to look for the good. This is not to say that you want to shun the bad or neglect the stuff that doesn't feel good. No, it's just sometimes it can feel like things are bad, but it's because we're so contracted within ourselves, right? We're so inward, we're so tight, and then when you open up, you're kind of like, hey, actually, it's not as bad as it could be, and that could help you relax into the discomfort, because it could be quite uncomfortable for the person who's in the other spectrum of this energy, okay, and how you're doing. I do see for both of you, though, that good fortune is coming your way. And do you want to say something? Do you? I mean, I guess you do. I don't know. I do feel like good fortune is coming your way. Didn't we get the Wheel of Fortune and stuff? Am I gonna take these? This is awesome shit. This is awesome stuff. You got the Emperor, you've got the Devil, you've got the Queen of Cups in reverse, you've got the Eight of Cups, you've got the Three of Swords in reverse, you've got the Five of Swords in reverse, which is the Eight of Swords in reverse. I feel like, yeah, there's just some stuff, like maybe people are saying things to you, that's 2 eighths, maybe people are saying things to you, or, I mean, they'll say words of abundance. If people are saying shit to you, that is almost discouraging things to you, that is almost, I don't like saying that, like spiritually fortuitous, in that it helps you fight. If someone is saying you'll never, that not even like directly mean, right? This could be someone saying, like someone was saying this, they were saying, oh, I used to be as organized as you, but look at me now. I used to be as on top of things as you, and essentially they're sort of like bashing themselves, but really they're speaking. Joel Osteen talks about speaking favor into people. This person is speaking like unfavor into me, right? They're basically saying, oh yeah, I used to be like that too, so wait till the day when you're no longer like that. Wait till the moment when you no longer give a damn about being efficient and orderly and structured, right? And I don't want that shit. I refuse. So that's me fighting, right? That's me fighting for a part of myself that I don't want to lose. So that's how fortuitous it can be. Sometimes it's not someone saying some shit to your face like, you're dumb, you're stupid. No, it's sometimes just people saying stuff that you will absorb. Like, I remember I used to be on time. I used to be freaking punctual. And then someone said some shit about, like, people of color not being punctual. And all of a sudden I was no longer punctual. And I can, like, pinpoint that. So, anyway, like, there's things like that may be around you. And it's okay for you to look at them and find your way through those and see what you agree with, what you disagree with, or what you want to move forward with on your person and what you just want to be like, nah. Okay? And if this is good stuff, if this is people saying good things to you, you can look at it and say, I don't feel like this is me, right? Someone can say some great shit to you. I don't feel like this is me. And then you can say, well, why? Do I want this to be a part of me? Do I want this to be a part of my journey? Do I want this to be a descriptor that I do feel worthy of or deserving of, or that I can carry on my person? Then you find a way to make that true for yourself. So when people say these things, you don't deny them and push them away. You say, hell yeah, right? You find a way to make it work for yourself. I hope this helped you in some kind of way. If you want to share the video with a friend, or like it, or comment, or come back another time to see what you're doing, how you're doing, feel free to do that. I'm pleasure to have you. And if you are new to the channel, hello, my name is Luce. Feel free to subscribe. And I got a lot of pick of cards you can always take a look at. Keep your light on, honey, and good luck. Number three, paging number 3. Hey, number 3. Number 3, what is this? I don't know what this is. What is this? Is it here? Is it there? Is it here? God is your source. Alright. This is a really hard concept sometimes to understand, right? Where we think, and it's true, it's really hard, right? Because try as you might, sometimes it's just fucking hard. You can grow a plant in, like, when they say plants need light, it doesn't just mean like a bulb, right? Like, it doesn't just mean any light. It doesn't mean just like candle light. It doesn't mean like a bulb light. It doesn't mean TV light. It means the fucking sun light. Like, sunlight is the light that plants thrive and live on. When we go to work, and I don't know, I believe this, and then I also, like, it's obviously been throughout my entire freaking life, but I still have trouble sort of grasping this concept that I'm about to share with you. Money comes from, like, well, I don't know, that's a dangerous thing to say. Money comes from, yes, our jobs and things like that. It's just also, it can come from other ways, right? So there's someone out there in how you're doing right now who may be struggling a little bit about making ends meet financially, even love-wise, right? Making love ends meet, trying to meet their love goals. Someone who may be worried about children. That's weird. That's new. Oh, there's a kid right there. Someone who could be worried about maybe their future. And I don't want to call it someone being in a sense of lack, because it's just I don't even want to call it life, because that just makes it sound so bad. It's like innocently human, where of course you think mommy and daddy are the only ones with like money and the ability to buy you something in the store, or to give you a hug at the end of the night, or to feed you. But you got aunties and uncles and cousins and like this, that, like, you know, like that sort of, like, of course you would. There's something really innocent about that. That's all you've known, that's all you've seen. I feel like for how you're doing, number 3, there may be a part of you that, number 1, you could be being really thankful and acknowledging the fact that, holy shit, like, for real, I have somehow been able to make ends meet this person, meet these people, have these opportunities, yay. And I don't even know how it happened. One moment I was driving, one moment I was here, one moment I was there, one moment I was doing my hair, and then bam, next thing I know, I'm in tech, like, I'm in a whole different state, I'm in a different country. All of a sudden, I'm with someone who wants to propose, like, you know, all of a sudden, I don't know how I got here. You may be in that sort of state of mind and being, which is awesome, come through, where you're kind of like, I don't know how the fuck I wound up here, but holy shit, like, I know. Or it could be for you to call attention to the fact that maybe you don't know how you got there, because there's no way you could have thought, right? There's no way you could have planned you going from point A to point hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way you could have, like, this is a divine jump. And it maybe happened overnight. Maybe it happened in a year, right? Like, this is a fucking divine ass jump. And I'm thinking of so many people in my life who just had divine jumps. And I'm just like, my dude, do you even see how, like, you know, God did that, right? But whatever. This could be in love, in money, in life, in family, in anything. How, like, your own thinking is not the end all be all. You not knowing how you are going to get from point A to point hallelujah. Sometimes I say it's not your business, it's not your problem, it's not your issue. But, like, being a planner, being who I am as a person, like, that shit, it gets my nerves, man, because I need to know how things don't pop off. But sometimes, even if you planned out the perfect path, it's not the path that God's going to take you on. It's not the path that the universe is going to take you on. It's not the path that your divine self is going to take you on. Like, you can plan, and God will laugh and be like, all right, stop playing. This is where we're really going, right? So, for someone who's feeling like they've gotten to hallelujah, come through, right? Breathe it in, have fun, listen to one of the other readings. That one might be for you. Maybe you've listened to all of them. Good job. If you are someone who is on the floor, in bed, anxiety, wondering, how the hell am I going to make my bills? How the hell am I going to get a new job? How the heck am I going to meet meet a wonderful person and have kids, like I'm running out of time, or I want a family, or whatever, these sort of thoughts of where you're thinking, how am I gonna do, like, what do I have to do, da, 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 da. This is about you, I guess, recognizing and realizing that, I don't even want to say it's not up to you, I don't even, it's not your business, because that's harmful in this state of mind. Like, I don't think you need to hear that. I think what you do need is to be affirmed that, I don't even want to say God's got your back. I just want, like, there's so many things in life that happen that you, my friend, my dear beautiful friend, have no fucking idea how it's gonna happen. And you can say, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Like, yes, full stop, period. Yes, that is the answer. You don't know how it's gonna happen because it's so divine. It sounds like a cop out, but it's not. It's so divine. I've been MIA for a bit. There's so much happening in the background that I don't even know how in the actual heck certain wheels that are running in my life are running. I have no idea. It is possible to go from being 33, 34, 35, 36, 47, whatever, or however age you are, and single, and wondering, how am I gonna meet a man? Let's say you're a single heterosexual woman. How am I gonna meet a man? How am I gonna, have babies with this man? It's gonna take 6 months for us to decide if we're on or off, right? And then 6 months to finally, date and know each other, blah, 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 for him to finally decide to, maybe he wants to marry me. And then he'll propose 6 months after that. So now we're a year and a half in. And that's, in the best case scenario, most of these men out here, excuse me, most of these people, I'll do a man one. Most of these men out here want to wait for 3 years when they know you, and then by that point I'm going to be X years old, and then who knows if I'm going to be able to have kids. And then all of a sudden you meet a man, and after, as soon as y'all meet, he wants to wife you up, right? He wants to make you official. And as soon as you're official, a month later, this person goes, yeah, I want to marry you. Like, I want to get married and start a family with you right away. Like, I want to put a baby in you. I want to have a family. Like, that can happen that fucking fast. From going from literally Monday last week to Monday the next week being like, to Monday the next month being like, it happens. Same thing with a job. One moment you go from broke as a joke to all of a sudden getting a freaking job, and 2 weeks later you have money in your bank account that was not there 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago. Things happen, and you would not have even orchestrated that. Like, no good writing in this. Like, that's the kind of writing that looks cheesy as fuck on TV. When it happens in real life, it's freaking divine. God is your source, number 3. And that's really nice. There was something else going on here. I forgot. Let's read. Let's get to the cards message now. Once again, this is my first time using, my second time using these cards. I bought them a couple days ago, and I haven't spent as much time with them as I like to, and we're out here, so this is just purely intuition at first, and then we get into the message. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God there is no lack or limitation. Highlight limitation, honey. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. Your timeline may be 3 years, 4 years. That shit can happen in 3 weeks, 3 days. Okay? You might think it would take 10 years for someone to change, and it takes 6 months. It takes 2 months. Because I've experienced that, and I'm currently experiencing it, and it's insane. It's a cosmic prank. But it's like not a prank. It's like real life. What more you gotta say to my person here? Oh, I was gonna do a male version of that. There's some guys who really have trouble finding a good woman. This is, let's say, heterosexual man. Have trouble finding a good woman. They don't believe that a woman who's this, that, and the other exists. She's a fairy tale. Next thing they know, they blink and there she is right in front of them. So, you could be that person's fairy tale on both ends. And those stories can be, obviously, are very sexuality fluid. They really are. You could be someone who's been bisexual or lesbian or gay for such a long time, relationship wise, or for just keep meeting the same types of people, sheep in different skin or wolves in different clothing, but it's a damn wolf. And you don't think that you'll find someone who enjoys your body, enjoys your personality, enjoys your quirks, and then next thing you know, you blink and sure enough, there that person is. That's in love. This could also happen in work. How long does it take to get a job? You never know. The job that you applied to 6 months ago, they kept your resume in the system. They come through and they say, hey, can we book an interview? Or hey, this person, they dropped out and we're wondering if you're still on the market for this position. All of a sudden you go from making 0K a year to 50K a year, 100K a year, whatever your K is a year, and you got benefits, you got health insurance, you know? You don't know how to get clients for your business, all that stuff. God, that's crazy. Who loves rolling them dice? What more? Alright. And the Nine of Wands. I feel like you are... There's something about being on the precipice of something, because even with the Nine of Wands, who I just put away. Oh, my baby. Yeah, hey, Page of Pentacles. Oh, Seven of Wands. Lots of passion, lots of wands and sticks here. So this has something to do with either, like, I was not looking at the screen, my bad. If this has something to do with work, if this has something to do with your passions, if this is something to do with you not knowing what the next step is going to be, how you're going to survive in the next steps, look up. Look up. Look up. You may be wanting to make a pretty big decision. You may be wanting to make a pretty hard choice in your life at the moment. I'm seeing make it. Like make that choice. I feel like you may have already made it. Maybe a while ago, maybe recently, maybe whatever. But you may be wondering, man, how am I going to make it? How are we going to make it? Right? Maybe you have a family. How are we going to make it? How are we going to survive and thrive? Because things seem scurry. Number one, I feel like help is on the way. If you're in any sort of situation that you feel like help would be helpful, I feel like help is on the way. There's someone who's seeing the burning, the house on fire. It's someone who's seeing the shit that's on fire, if that's something that resonates with you. And they're coming to help. That's nice. From far away, though. Yeah, they're far. But so is there's something here about contemplation as well. I feel like you've thought enough about something, or you need to think a little bit more about something and plan for it. And also, like, plan for it to the best of your ability, and also be aware that God will provide, that the universe will provide. I think if there has been some sort of fire, if there has been some sort of hullabaloo, if there has been some sort of ruckus in your world, that ruckus is that ruckus is that ruckus. Like, it is what it is as far as that ruckus is, as far as that pending ruckus could be. But there will be help. You won't handle this by yourself. The Lord will provide. There will be or is change in your life, and the trust that help is coming and you are being watched over. I do feel like there is going to be like a real person, though, like a real person or entity. This is either like a business or something. It could be, I think it's something that watches from afar, or someone that watching from afar that's going to help. But I also feel like if you look around you and see what's going on, that may also help you plan a little bit better and see where your exit strategies might be, or certain sort of strategies, right? This also could be in the form of like God being your source and there being guidance. There could be divine guidance. So if you're getting certain thoughts, certain intuitive hits, as I call them, if you're getting certain things like, oh, I don't know why I'm thinking about that now. I don't know what moved me, what possessed me to search, search for this, that, and the third. That is like, the godly source. That is your higher self communicating with you over what to do. That's your spiritual team, your angels moving you, whispering and shifting you to what path makes sense for you at this moment in time. Okay? Keep your head up. Look around you. Don't be caught unawares. I don't think you will. And if some stuff has already happened, then good. There may be some stuff that is far away from you. You may not have to deal with necessarily the heat of it, but you could probably sort of sidestep it. Help is coming though, and that's nice. That's really good. I'm happy for you. Okay? Well, you're doing alright. You finna be good. Alright, honey, I wish you everything. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. Let me know in the comments that you enjoy this type of video. If you think a friend or someone in your life could benefit from this reading, feel free to share it with them in your groups or whatever. I do care about you. Aw, look at that. A ton of swords. Things are gonna be okay. Things are moving on up. If you've made a decision, I feel like you've made the right decision about something, and the Lord will provide. Okay? Alright, babes. I wish you everything. And keep your light on and good luck. Bye-bye.